everyone. This is day 2 of our luxury gold vacation tour, starting here in Cambodia. Day 1 was essentially, just arrival. So we arrived yesterday, we all met our group and had our welcome dinner. Here with me is Vanny. And Vanny is our travel concierge for the Cambodia portion. So he received us yesterday when we landed in Siem Reap International, and it was a private transfer for me and my wife with Vanny and a driver, and we came over here to the beautiful Sofitel Hotel in Siem Reap. So as day 2, it was a full day, or still is going to be a full day. We just completed Angkor Wat and Bayuan Temple.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now I would like to talk over plan that we did today. So this morning we went to visit the Angkor Wat, and it's going to take about 2 hours at the Angkor Wat Temple. And in our family, and they made the commerce schooler, and his name Banara. So they took all of their guests and to visit the Angkor Wat.
We don't believe so because this is the sculpture of our Lord Buddha, the future Buddha in Mahayana Buddhism.
And the Angkor Wat is so important in the Kingdom of Cambodia and so beautiful. And the Angkor Wat is so the biggest temple in the Cambodia, and the Angkor Wat is the biggest Hindu temple in the world. And also the Angkor Wat represents the heart and the soul of the Cambodia country. And second, the destination after we finish Angkor Wat temple, we come back to our hotel, and then we start tour again at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So this afternoon we went to visit the Angkor Thom city, and then the Bayuan temple and other temple inside the Angkor Thom city.
Now we're gonna go, get a little bit of rest period, and
we have dinner tonight.
And we're gonna have a dinner, which is included, and after dinner, a show. It's a performance. Then tomorrow morning, we're gonna say goodbye to Vanny. Our group, our small family of 11, will then fly off to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, meet our next travel concierge there on the ground, and continue on with the trip. Hey everyone, you've just met Vanny, our travel concierge in Cambodia, and today I have with me Tom, our travel concierge here in Vietnam. He's here today and he's going to fill us in a little bit on what we've already done and what you can expect if you took this trip with Luxury Gold. So let me introduce Tom. Say hi, Tom.
Hi everyone, my name is Tom Nguyen, and I'm a Vietnamese, and I have been in this business for about 25 years. And it's my great pleasure to be the traveling concierge for Luxury Gold.
So Tom, we spent the first couple of days after leaving Cambodia. We arrived in Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, and spent 3 nights at the Intercontinental Hotel. And let me just say, Saigon is one heck of a city. If you have never been here, you're definitely in for a surprise.
When our guests arrived in Saigon on day 1, I welcomed them at the airport. We drove to downtown to checking into the Intercontinental, and people rested. And then in the evening, we went out for our welcome reception, welcome dinner at the guest house of the former ambassador, Mr. Henry Cabot Lodge, who was in Saigon in 1960s.
Welcome you as
Thank you.
The dinner tonight, especially for you. I just say bon appetit. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you.
And day two, we drove to the northwest to visit the famous underground tunnels of the Viet Cong in Củ Chi. We had a very special activity for our tour in Củ Chi. We invited a Viet Cong veteran to meet our guests to share with us about his experience, the history of the tunnels. And then we drove back to the city. We had lunch in town, and then we had a little walking tour. We had more orientation of Saigon before we arrived back to the Intercontinental, and people rested for the rest of the day. And day three, we drove to the southwest to visit Mekong Delta. That's where we had our boat trip on Mekong River. We had visit to local people's private enterprises, and we had lunch on the island, and we walked to a village where we met a veteran. He was a soldier sent to Cambodia in 1980s to stop the Khmer Rouge in the Khmer Rouge War. And then we drove back to the city. And people had a free evening. And today, day 6, we flew to Hue in the middle of Vietnam. Hue was our capital from 1802 to 1945. We landed at the airport of Hue, and then we went to visit a culvert. A bridge was built in 1776 in a village outside Hue. Just a beautiful little culvert bridge with a museum about Vietnamese traditional farming. Then we drove to our hotel, the Pyramid, and we just checked in the hotel half an hour ago.
I gotta say, the pilgrimage resort that we're at right now, and you'll see footage of the way we travel in style with Luxury Gold. You're gonna see kind of what you can expect at this resort. It's a beautiful property. 2 pools, a yoga room, a spa center, multiple restaurants. I mean, the works. It's a beautiful property, and so far, Luxury Gold definitely lives up to their tagline of bringing the golden age of travel back. All right, so we're here in Hue. We just arrived today. We just finished some sightseeing, as Tom was saying. We have another special VIP experience tomorrow. I'll let Tom kind of tell you what that is.
So tomorrow, our activity, we can say it is signature experience. We going to visit the UNESCO site complex, and normally this complex just only opens after 7:30 or 8, depends on the season. But tomorrow we take our VIP guests to the complex before it opens to the public.
We're in Hue at the Imperial City, and it's a private tour just for Luxury Gold guests. No one is here at all.
And after we finish our tour with our local expert, we will enjoy the rickshaw, or we Vietnamese call it na xích-lô, the 3 wheels pedicab.
Okay, perfect. So we'll say goodbye here, good night, and we're about to head to dinner if you could see me. We're about to head to dinner, so we're gonna get ready, and we'll fill you in on how the rest of the week goes as we continue Cambodia and Vietnam in style with Luxury Gold Vacations. Bye from me, and
Okay. Bye, everyone. Hi, everyone.
we've had a blast since the last time we kind of caught up here. The last time we left you guys was off in Hue, and since Hue, it's been jam-packed, but in a really good way. I mean, we've been able to see the country from south to north, and you know, now we're on the bay. We're in Ha Long Bay on the beautiful Jasmine ship, which is basically like a motorized sailboat, right?
Yeah.
It's a very nice ship, again, you know, air conditioned, very modern amenities. The interior is absolutely beautiful. You know, there's deck 1 and deck 2, which are for cabins, then the dining room on the 3rd deck, and then a sun deck. And really, I can't imagine any other way to travel in style on in Ha Long Bay on the Jasmine ship. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's perfect. The crew has been amazing. English speaking crew, just really knowledgeable people, 5 stars all around. And we've had a really great itinerary, but I'm gonna let Tom kind of fill us in on what we did a little bit, and just kind of catch you all up to speed.
We drove to Hoi An, and that's our destination, where we spent 3 nights. Hoi An is a UNESCO site. It was recognized by UNESCO in 1999, and we stayed in the ANANTARA resort. Just a beautiful property. It has best location. We did our walking tour through the old town.
When we drove into Hoi An, just kind of reinforcing how good of a concierge he is, he called his connections, he called a friend in Hoi An, asked her to pick up some banh mi's, which, you know, as Tom just said, is the Vietnamese sandwich, kind of like I don't know, Vietnamese Subway, if you want to put it. Except there's many more.
Many more. Very much, yes.
And sorry, Subway, but way better. You know, he called his friend, and she went and bought banh mi's from the vendor whom the late and great Anthony Bourdain claimed to was the best banh mi in Vietnam. She bought 20, and she graciously opened her shop for us to just sit there at her shop where she's, you know, trying to do business and just eat. And so we had a comfortable place to eat. Food was picked up basically for us, and you know, that it would have turned out to be a bit of a more difficult day if it wasn't for the adjustments made from Tom. So we're really appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you. The next morning, we went straight to downtown of Hanoi to do sightseeing, and then we go out again for the foodie tour. So we enjoyed half an hour buggy ride through the old quarter of Hanoi. This morning we check out and we drove to Ha Long Bay. We arrived the marina about noon, and everything was ready. We didn't have to wait, we didn't have to check in, because I have sent all the information they need from our guests in advance. So everything was ready. We boarded our jasmine. And you come to Halong Bay, you see a lot of boats, more than 700, and half of them for overnight, like jasmine. So I did ask our guests, and everyone was so happy with the accommodation. And after lunch, people had free time.
Tomorrow morning, we start here on the Jasmine with a 7 a.m. Tai Chi class, optional, of course. I have a feeling I'm going to miss that. And then 7:30, we stop at this beautiful beach where we're going to be able to spend some time and, check out the markets, interact with some locals. And after that, we start heading back to Marina. We get to the marina around noon.
About 11.
Around 11.
Yes.
And head back to the same hotel that we just checked out of in Hanoi. Stay there for 2 more nights. And then we'll be saying goodbye to each other. We'll have a farewell dinner. All right. So that basically concludes the trip. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Tom, it was a pleasure. Thanks for
Thank you, Josh.
Showing us around your beautiful country and, making sure the trip was 100% smooth. And thank you again for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, thank you, Josh, and thank you everyone for watching and following. And I hope to have the opportunity to welcome you guys in my country, Vietnam.
All right, so this is Banky with AffordableTours.com, Tom with
Bye-bye.
Luxury Gold Vacations, and we are saying bye and good night.
Let's turn on some music.
Why?